Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. Today, shock jock Don Imus again apologized for his racially charged comments about the Rutgers women's basketball team. This time, he did it on the radio show of Al Sharpton, one of his loudest critics. Sharpton told our Richard Schlesinger he still thinks Imus should be fired.
When he himself admits that what he said was repugnant, when he himself says that there's no excuse for what he wasn't thinking, then what is there for the owners of the stations and FCC to do but then say, therefore, the punishment must be this? He's not debating any of the claims that I made. He's debating that I'm a nice guy despite doing all of this.
In your gut, in your heart, do you think he's a racist?
I don't think it matters. I think what he said was racist and sexist, and he admitted that. And I think that that's like saying, do I think if a guy commits a crime, he was really a criminal? If he did the crime, he goes to jail whether he's a career criminal or not. That's not the point.
I know, it may be a little bit of the point because a lot of the debate is over what's really in his heart. What do you think is in his heart?
I don't know what's in his heart. I think that we've got to have standards on the airwaves that you can't have things come out of your mouth. Whether your mouth is connected to your heart is psychology. Whether your mouth says something that is within the legal boundaries of protecting American citizens is something regulators have to deal with. And I think that if we reduced it to psychology and not to there's regulations and there's advertisers, then we miss the point. Advertisers should not sell their products in our community and subsidize our children being called nappy hoes.
Is there anything he can do, anything he can say?
You know. Let me say this: if they'd come off Thursday morning and said, you know something, what I said was horrible, it does establish a principle, I'm going to take a 60-day suspension. There's going to be some penalty. Many of us would have looked at it differently. But to act like he said nothing, then come back 2 days later and apologize, and now say, yes, repugnant, but maybe I'll do some charity, I think is to reduce the impact and the historic precedent that's being set. I think what people don't understand is that future announcers, radio and television, will use this as a precedent that we cannot afford and we cannot risk.
So, at this point, as we sit here today, is there anything he can do?
Yeah, he can resign.
That's it.
As far as I'm concerned,
there's no way he can salvage himself.
I don't see how he could salvage himself in the eyes of the public he offended without establishing a legal precedent that it's all right to say these things and just apologize.
Surely, Reverend, you believe in redemption?
I believe in redemption, but I also believe in repentance. And repentance means that you give a penance for your asking for forgiveness. You don't say, I'm sorry, but I don't want to pay a price for my sins. If that was the case, everybody would go to heaven.
You believe that a lot of people feel these things but don't say them, and so you want to...
I think that the point is, not only do a lot of people feel them and say them, is because this is a guy who presidential candidates, U.S. senators, anchormen of the evening news that we all trust, go to his show. He has mainstreamed the most vile, racist, sexist language in America. If this was just some guy on some loony bin show, that'd be one thing. We watch the guys that we trust with news information and that makes our laws sit on his show. If he can say this and let it go, anybody can say it. And he admitted that himself. And he admitted, yeah, I should pay. I don't know what. I think his appearance here today was amazing because he helped me build a case against him. He just said, but don't give me the penalty.
So if he meets with the players, if he meets with the coach, if
that's a personal apology. That has nothing to do with he used the airways. I think that that's nice. He should do that. But that does not deal with the accountability as a precedent in the industry. So from now on, I can get on the airways, if I get on the airways, and insult people's race or sex or sexual orientation and just say, oh, let me meet with the victim. And it's not that I'm not a forgiving guy. God once stabbed me leading a march in Bensonhurst. I went and forgave him, but I didn't try to break him out of jail.